think I want to look at the first one. I'll leave the Diddy deep dive. If we like it, we can do another part later. By Oompaville. Diddy is Genuinely Evil by Oompaville.
Like a Diddy party!
For the record, I'm pretty sure that's effects.
It's
the gun might be real, but the effects are fake.
Real. I'm just playing. Frankie loves Diddy parties. She's a freak. She's gonna go to jail soon. That's what we've been hearing from people for years.
It's like the West Coast Epstein. I guess I don't know what coast Epstein was on. He's probably kind of fully continental. Transcontinental? Transcontinental. Diddy was mostly American, I imagine.
It's not about Frankie, but that there ain't no party like a Diddy party.
I just came back from one of the Diddy parties, Shen. You should have been there. It was dick and balls everywhere, Shen. Where is his phone?
Sorry, I'll probably try to cut some of that stuff out.
Nah, Shen, you should come to the Diddy party next time, B.
You have to go to Diddy parties. They're the best parties in all of Hollywood. Diddy got a yacht, all right? Get on the yacht.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
But it seems like Diddy's a piece of shit that is now in jail. Thank you to
Not for long, apparently.
GX for sponsoring this video. Let's talk about browsers. Most of them boring, but no, not Opera GX. This browser is built for gamers, and it's packed with some crazy awesome features that will make you wonder why you settled for anything less ever. First up, GX mods. You can completely transform your browser with just one click. You want to make your browser feel like an old school arcade? How about make fart sounds whenever you click things, or falling metal pipes? How about that, guys? Everybody's a little strange.
Just kind of weird, honestly. Almost, I should try it sometime, but yeah.
Or how about this? A Sour Boys theme. There's even a Sour Boys theme. Store also is about keeping all your favorite apps close, etc. Plus, if you're ready to make the switch from any of those other browsers, there's a quick import tool that.
Again, I literally thought this guy's hair would be blonde or something. I don't know if he dyes it or something, because his mustache looks kind of blondish, or at least not this black. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Actually does swap everything over quickly and effectively and efficiently. It's pretty good. On top of that, Chrome extensions are also compatible with Opera GX, so there's no reason to not give it a try. Take your old boring browser app back and bury that sumbitch. Opera GX for sponsoring this video.
From his $48 million Miami mansion to hell on earth where chaos reigns. Just some of the words used to describe the Metropolitan Detention Center where Sean Diddy Combs is now being held without bail after pleading not guilty to sex trafficking.
I'm just saying, I feel like a freak like him might.
And racketeering charges.
I've made a couple videos on the situation, and one of my videos was taken down. It was taken down for like no reason, and I still haven't gotten
P. Diddler.
A full valid reason, so I'm really invested in this story, and I believe that there are powers that be sort of covering up, manipulating things.
Yeah, like, that's kind of one of the things that is a little bit like. Again, I tend to think the government is terrible at keeping secrets, so the people who are probably involved with Diddy, you probably either already know about or at least suspect or something. But it does feel like there are people who might be tapping shoulders or crap like that in order to keep things on the low. Excuse me.
Especially, and we'll see how this video goes. I'm not saying YouTube is doing anything, because I love Mama YouTube, and I don't want to, bite the hand that feeds or whatever, but also, I don't give that much of a shits. Diddy has done lots of horrible things to apparently lots and lots and lots of people. There's a lot of lube.
I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do.
There's insane crimes.
Doesn't make it not gross.
All of them committed by Sean Combs.
Or sinful.
Okay, Puff Daddy.
We
hedonists.
Believe
lecherous.
That victims should not be shamed, and instead those who committed.
Bring back shame.
The criminal acts.
Oh, sorry. Not on the victims. On Diddy. Just for the record.
Against them should be ashamed and take responsibility for the harm that they have caused victims to suffer.
So, firstly, we'll talk about the arrest. After all the stuff started coming out on Diddy, which is now basically outdated information. By the way, YouTube took down one of my videos. I mentioned that. That's insane. Still haven't had any kind of valid explanation for that. My strike just expired. I could have had my channel deleted over some bullshit. My last email providing context to them was the following, where I said nothing sexual intimate. I posted a bunch of videos from some of my friends, some people around YouTube, and finally one from John Oliver, where he puts, this is the same exact thing that was in my video. Literally two people kissing in a sexual way. Got a few videos talking about the situation, but I had one real...
I don't know, like, what is the appeal? Like, if anyone out there actually watches John Oliver, what is the appeal of that limey bastard? Like, I literally don't know it. Apparently it gets, like, millions of views. I don't know if it's just, like, a holdover from his, like, TV days or something, that he has, like, a loyal audience from that. It just feels like I cannot imagine anyone wanting to watch that pompous little git. He's so ostentatious. I'm sorry. I just don't like him.
Big video talking about...
For the record, I liked him in The Community when he was acting in that. And maybe he's a good actor or comedian, or was back in the day. Everything goes wrong when they go to Hollywood. No, I don't know. I just feel like if you get in certain types of friend circles, you develop the right sort of politics as a kind of a come along effect.
Everything that Diddy had done, but YouTube decided to take it down for whatever reason. The excuse was because there was some nudity in the video.
Sense of discretion. That's what they developed. Safe, edgy?
But there was not, and I have emails of them admitting that there was not any nudity. Policy guy said, this is a fair point. Let me check with our policy team to see what their stance is here. They then responded a couple...
Also, it feels like, I don't know, the whole notion of, like, AI stuff on YouTube, completely divergent point from what I was talking about before, for the record. But the whole policy thing of YouTube is involving, like, AI flagging. I don't know if I like it, just in general. It feels like it's, well, to be fair, it might be more efficient, and it might be better at getting bad stuff out of the way. So if that's the price, I guess maybe I'm willing to pay that. But it just kind of... you hear lots of stories about people getting false flagged for stuff that doesn't really warrant it at all. But admittedly, maybe, like, the good stuff you never really hear about. So, I don't know.
Couple days later with this. I've shared your thoughts with our policy team, but after additional extensive review, they've decided that the video does violate the policy as written and to maintain the strike at this time. Unfortunately, we're not able to share additional specifics on the decision-making process. The official word is as follows. After reviewing the video that you appealed, we found that it violates our nudity and sexual content policy. We removed the video because it shows non-consensual sexual acts or unwanted sexualization. It is not unwanted sexualization at all. I have a feeling they could just say they made a mistake and own up to deleting the video, but alas, it's gone. They're not going to do that.
And again, the premise is, okay, so he's taking stuff from other people's videos. Like, are those other people's videos getting taken down? It's like, it feels like if you're pulling over speeders, then you take out the first speeder in line, not the third one.
Anyway, now Diddy's in jail, so who's laughing now?
Again, not for long, apparently. Not for long enough, in my opinion.
Me? Because I love laughing. I'm a lighthearted guy. You need to stop.
Pugs are adorable, but it feels like they're almost a little bit like sheep. Like, how do they ever become a thing? It feels like they only really could have become a thing if they were kind of the dogs of the wealthy or well-to-do. Because they're complete idiots. We had one at one point. It was a full-on idiot. Hilarious as all get out, but inbred to high heavens, I imagine.
You're very disappointed. Anywho, let's go over some of the events that have occurred that have led to Diddy's arrest, all right? The big accusation against Diddy was by his ex, Cassie, on November 16th, 2023. Cassie is a singer who is insanely popular in the early 2000s.
You've been waiting so long, I'm here to answer you.
Her over the course of their relationship.
R&B singer Cassie has accused hip-hop mogul...
Okay, what's R&B? Like, is it rap and something?
John Diddy Combs of
And how does that differ from hip hop?
and a decade of physical abuse. The two were romantically involved for years, but in a lawsuit made public today, Cassie says there was a pattern of control, drug use, and forced sexual encounters.
She also included allegations of sex trafficking and...
Just for the record, nothing ever comes for free. Ever, pretty much. Ever. No, I think there are sometimes people who do stuff out of the goodness of their heart, but almost always, like, it... Yeah.
domestic violence, just overall, just toss that on there as well, because the dude's a freak. She demanded a settlement of around $30 million, and only a day later, on November 17th, the lawsuit was settled. It's crazy how quickly that lawsuit was resolved after the threats the day before.
Dang, she bent him over and smaddled his behind. No.
She also said that she wanted to make a book to air out all of Diddy's dirty laundry. So it's like this whole big, giant domino that's gonna have everything come crashing down, and it has been. But the $30 million settlement.
Well, this, like, I guess this may be a point to be made. Even if Diddy does get out of prison without, kind of scot-free, his time as a golden boy of sorts is going to be, I think, quite a lot less. His star has fallen, if that makes sense.
It did occur, and there were mutual and amicable terms, and the lawsuit was dropped and was completely resolved, with Diddy's team ultimately stating that a resolution of said lawsuit does not mean an admission of guilt. To me, it does. I'm a legal expert, all right? It seems bad, though. It's like, you want to settle? Okay.
Well, that's kind of like, it either means that they're guilty or that it looked bad enough that they were willing to pay that. Like, there was enough evidence in favor of his guilt that they were willing to shell out, like, yeah, I don't know.
That's weird. Let's just settle. I'm a freak. And now he's in jail.
Like, not technically, but sort of. Means that they're guilty-ish.
Also, it's like pretty clear.
Overnight, hip-hop mogul Sean Combs settling a bombshell sexual abuse lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend, fellow singer Cassie. Cassandra Ventura writing in a statement, "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably."
Who's the dude? I thought he used to be some sort of wrestler or something. Not Ace Ventura, that's the movie, right? I thought there was some dude who'd had some sort of beef with Chris Kyle before he died or something like that.
On terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support.
But anyway, still November 2023, fast forward to November 23rd. Diddy is accused yet again of sexual assault by a different woman. This woman was named Joy Dickerson Neal, who accused him of drugging.
Give me a second. All right, we're back.
And R-wording her when she...
What the, Harry? Since when is that a way to spell joy? I mean, it's a typo.
He was a college student in 1991, so a long time ago.
Sorry. I'm not proud of knowing what that means, but, like, joy. It's kind of a rude name, all told. All in all.
Diddy denied those claims, and
what kind of name is Diddy, too? Everything sounds like double entendre.
Another woman, yet again, the same day, accused him of more. This time, sexual assault, and again, Diddy rejects the claims. December 6th rolls around, and another woman accuses Diddy of sexual assault and gang R-word as well. And she states that she was 17 at the time. Diddy unsurprisingly denies the claims again, and he makes a video the same day saying, "Enough is enough." He stated that his character has been
You know, something that has been lost in the recent years of sensitivity is white people trying to be black, which is one of the most hilarious cringe humors ever. Like white people trying to be ethnic or cool, I guess. Another way to put it. It's terribly underrated comedy in general.
Viciously attacked, and that these accusations will destroy his reputation. His reputation for being a freak freaking pimp, because that's kind of like what it.
Pretty sure he said something trafficking, allegedly, I guess.
His reputation is now. So maybe I don't know what his reputation was before, but that's what it is now.
I feel like, with regards to the court case, I feel like he kind of got off on the barest sort of technically not trafficking or something like that. But it's true in all but litigious fact.
So we creep forward into 2024, and on February 26th, Diddy was accused again, this time by a record producer. This is the one that we covered in the video. It was a fellow named Lil Rod.
Multiple lawsuits have been filed
What is with all these names, dude?
against Combs, including one by music producer Rodney Jones. Jones alleges sex trafficking and sexual assault, also mentioning underage girls in the 79-page lawsuit. Claims made by Jones include hidden cameras in the rap mogul's home, saying, quote, Mr. Combs allegedly threatened to eat Mr. Jones's face in order to get what he wants.
One of Diddy's former producers / videographers, this man filed a lawsuit against Diddy, stating he was also drugged and sexually harassed.
Producer Lil Rod, whose given name is Rodney Jones, has now accused Sean Diddy.
Let me double check here and make sure all this stuff is. Yeah. We're tickety boo. All right.
Combs of operating a racketeering enterprise, groping him, forcing him to engage in sexual acts with sex workers, and lacing alcohol for the guests in his home, including underage girls.
Lacing alcohol with what?
And this was the straw that seemed to have broken the camel's back. There was some legit action as a result of this that was taken against Diddy. And in March of 2024, Diddy's house was raided by the feds, and there were many people taken into custody.
Breaking news, the Department of Homeland Security has just confirmed to CNN that federal law enforcement agents have raided properties owned by musician and producer Sean Diddy Combs.
The home was registered to Bad Boy Entertainment and was also registered to one of P. Diddy's daughters. So despite it not being registered to his name directly, it was still associated with him, obviously. This was the Los Angeles mansion in Holmby Hills. His other mansion in Miami was also raided.
Authorities not confirming very much beyond the fact that this is part of an ongoing investigation started by Homeland Security investigations in the state of New York. Behind me.
What does Homeland Security actually do? I guess maybe sex trafficking would be one of their kind of areas of expertise or something like that, or suspected sex trafficking.
That is the entrance to Star Island. You can see the Miami Beach police car there at the entrance. If you look to your right, you can see this is where the Homeland Security investigations are set up with their command post.
I was so excited, dude. I thought he was going to go right to jail, but no. People were saying he left the country and he fled and he went down to Aruba and all this different stuff.
Photos obtained by
Your TMZ has been doing interesting stuff. Sorry, I just seen the news thing there. TMZ has been having fun in Washington, D.C. recently.
ABC News capturing Combs's Love Air.
Okay, that's kind of a dope plane, I will admit. Very cool plane.
Jet in Antigua. No information about who, if any.
Love Jet isn't a lame name, though.
Anyone was on the plane.
I don't know, man. Pretty wild stuff, though. Pretty wild. From what we could gather at the time, the feds that raided his home collected evidence such as electronics and possibly even more, but there wasn't much that the public knew at that time.
And so they're looking for something to corroborate the belief that they have that a crime did occur. And as you pointed out earlier, he's facing multiple allegations of trafficking. So perhaps that is a crime in which they're investigating. Perhaps that is what they're trying to seek.
Yeah, I've gotten the idea that this was maybe a little bit bungled, like the court case that is. which is why he got off. Or maybe he just had really good lawyers, which is why he got off. I don't know. Or maybe it was kind of, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's just loopholes. Maybe a mixture of all three.
More information from, but in order to search a home, you have to have probable cause. The only question is, probable cause of what?
However, later we would find out how horrifying the stuff that they actually found was, and that was just a couple weeks ago when all this came out, and we'll get back to this a little bit later. We're still earlier this year.
New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week.
As time goes on, things are getting worse for Diddy, and in May of 2024, a video surfaced of Diddy grabbing, hitting, and kicking Cassie, the woman.
See, I feel like that, more than anything else, is kind of a killer for, like, that's the phrase, I think I stole it from a Isaac Asimov book. Sometimes tradition can be the higher law. In this case, sometimes public opinion can be or rather the destruction of public image can be a greater sentencing, a greater consequence, I guess, than the actual court thingy.
Who had accused him all of those years ago of being abusive towards her.
Disturbing video has surfaced appearing to show music mogul Sean Diddy Combs beating his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in 2016 in Los Angeles.
This is way back in 2023 when she accused him, and the video was originally from 2016 and finally brought to light in 2024, even after a settlement.
New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
So, it's
naked and I think I would have the courage to run around in a towel and beat the crap out of people.
Showed that the lawsuit that was thrown Diddy's way had genuine substance, and even though we settled it, there's no admission of guilt, the video of him beating her is, you don't really need an admission of guilt. That's just guilt. And
that's kind of a little, especially given the time it was probably recorded in, it's kind of a little bit proof positive in and of itself.
The form of video.
Rather, very compelling in any case.
Mr. Combs certainly deserves his day in court and the presumption of innocence, but it is hard to deny the behavior that's caught on video and that is making news today.
That being said, that lawsuit had already been settled for hopefully a shit ton of money, and at this point, Diddy's reputation is gone down the gutter thanks to the release of the footage. It's like actual, real,
huzzah,
legit evidence that this man is a piece of shit, and it sort of corroborates everything else that people are throwing his way. Diddy was very embarrassed by these poor actions. He went to Instagram to apologize for his poor behavior in some wicker roof. I hate that video. It's so weird. He looks like a demon. I don't like this guy. I don't like Diddy.
You're gonna blackmail a demon? Racist. Yeah, he does come off as kind of sinister here. Like a South African warlord. Are there warlords in South Africa? No, Rwandan warlord? Is that better? Is it less offensive?
Diddy, I don't like Diddy, okay?
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Then a few months go by and we get to September 2024 when things finally come to light. On September 16th, 2024, Diddy was indicted and arrested in the New York City Manhattan Hotel, or the Manhattan Hotel in New York City. I'm not exactly sure.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
Apparently, Mr. Diddy had been in New York for over 2 weeks, and he stated that he was there to turn himself in, which is like trying to get in the good graces of the judge. Well, Judge, I was staying at the Manhattan Hotel in a pimp suite, and I was just like feeling guilty about all the stuff I had done, so maybe you could let me off with a warning.
Sorry. For the record, I'm okay with puns as long as they are somewhat original, but it feels like I don't know, if they're obvious, then it's just kind of
Because I'm sorry.
As soon as we realized that this indictment was going to be coming down in a matter of weeks, maybe months, but sometime soon, Mr. Combs got on a plane, left his home in Florida, flew to New York.
This woman looks strange. You know, there's honestly a whole category of women that, like, I don't know.
New York. I called the prosecutors myself.
Later, maybe.
I said, Mr. Combs is in New York. Do you want to know where he is? If you want to know where he is, I'll tell you where he is, but he wants to surrender.
To jail with you. Suicide watch. Kind of odd to wait that long, but he did, and a day earlier he was seen out with his family chilling. Not a care in the world, and now he's gone from a beautiful mansion and the top of the world to jail.
From a life of parties and open bars to life now behind bars.
Does he have something inlaid in his tooth or something? Or is that just something in the picture? I don't know.
The past week, P. Diddy has seen some major lifestyle changes. And now we're getting reports that Diddy isn't eating while in jail.
Womp womp. Hey man, sorry, don't give a rot. Easy now. The next day, we
Those weren't real.
finally got to learn what was found at the scene of the crime when the feds raided his homes in Florida and California. The indictment was unsealed September 17th, and mother of God, it is gold. Crazy, crazy gold. Not only did we get to hear the word freak-offs used in an official report,
huzzah,
but we also learned what was going on inside of Mr. Didrik's house.
As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy.
What the RICO conspiracy?
He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in...
I've heard of like RICO violations or something like that. I wonder if it has something to do with like coercive employee behavior or policies.
The business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment...
Maybe it's just like labor law or something like that.
And alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting.
Apparently, there was over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. 1,000!
According to the indictment against Diddy, investigators seized more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant from his home. The court doc states these items were used in something referred to as freak-offs, which were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded.
I don't
How delightful.
know how that's possible, and we don't have any
I try not to be a judgy person, but it's hard not to be judgy in this scenario.
pictures of this or proof outside of this official document, but there's supposedly a real video of it, and it's definitely AI. 110%.
Sweet glory.
There's 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil. How's that even? What is the point of that? Why do you need so much? What's going on? I don't understand.
The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
However, one user put 1,000 baby bottles into blender to give you an idea of what it looks like. It's insane. He even had IV drips to rehydrate people after his Diddy freak-offs, and holy shit, that's crazy.
All right, full-on degenerate, we get it. We can check out the rest if you want. Diddy is Genuinely Evil by Oompaville.
I quit porn, gaming, and